How's it going, everybody? We're here to check out the top submitted skins to the workshop this week. And if you're new, that does not mean all of these skins will make it in at all or ever. These are just the top skins that could have the potential to. Only 8 or so are chosen every week and cycled out. So yeah, let's get into it. We've got a set right here for you. This is the Arctic set, and yeah, it's got a 3-piece thing going on with it, which is kind of cool. And well, it's set for snow, so there is a snow update coming out at some point. You would think it would maybe come out in December because, you know, Christmas or the holidays, so forth. That would make sense. But it does look like that Arctic base and so forth, snowmobile, all that kind of stuff, is probably a little further out than just Christmas and is more late winter. But one way or another, we're going to be seeing a lot of Arctic stuff popping up because of that starting here. And yeah, that is the Arctic Soldier set for you. Next, we've got the Night Terror set, and yeah, this is basically kind of like I would say a leather kind of ragtag put together strappy kind of set. You can see there's lots of buckles and belts, and then it has a very leathery look to it with some kind of reinforced armor and so forth. Definitely something that fits into the world of Rust. Next, we've got ourselves an Arctic Ops jacket. So yeah, this is actually a really nice looking snow jacket. The grays and so forth may not help you camo as well in the open field, but definitely in the rocks. So, and a bush probably would work pretty well as well. So I could definitely see this one doing well if it made it into the store. Next, we got some boots for you, and it is a continuation of Robstar and Crew's military set to keep going along with the last update we've got. And these boots actually look really nice and airy. I mean, look at all that mesh, man. You could really, you know, enjoy that in the desert, so to say. But one way or another, definitely really well done, and yeah, fits the set quite well. Next up, we got some high qual sets for you, starting out with the Tiki Metal set by Andy Boo. And yeah, we got this kind of spooky tiki mask, big old teeth, and looks quite angry. I wouldn't want to mess with someone wearing this one here. I also love how these kind of look like plate panels, but also feathers in a way, which I thought was kind of cool. And yeah, kind of got the same thing going on with the feathery shaped gems going in the front there with the green and the yellow tips. And then the rest is just kind of a cool little pattern. So definitely very, very cool and bright. Next, we've got something that is made from cobbled together pieces of, well, I guess, Cobalt spacecraft. And this is, well, of course, the Cobalt Handyman set then. And I love this weird, creepy, robot, overly friendly kind of face. It's so creepy, and it's great. That's just one of those things that fits with Rust, you know what I mean? And then you got the big old rocket symbol there on the back. And yeah, just like how it's kind of stitched together with the staples as well. Or maybe that's just metal rings, I'm not sure. One way or another, definitely a very cobbled together scrappy set. Next, we move on to our deployables, and we've got the piggy bank bag. So we got a rock and door, and now we've got a sleeping bag. And yeah, this pig looks like he's quite rich and maybe passing out money. Definitely a funny, silly little bag. Like how the coins are like leaking out of one side as well, which is cool. And then you've got like the ring of dollar bills up at the top. Next, we've got the Pixel sleeping bag. And man, I love the detail to the ridges and everything on here, how you can actually see it. That's actually like carved out and so forth. And it doesn't maybe look like it would be the most comfortable bag to sleep in, but it just gives it a really cool effect. And yeah, I think that is just makes it very, very unique. Next, we've got a furnace for you, and this one is labeled sulfur ore. And yeah, it just has this very nice kind of industrial, kind of clean look to it. And just in case you want to be one of those people to really organize out what goes where, there you go, sulfur ore only. Next, we've got a little LED marked box here. This is the LED Meds Storage by La Crempe. And yeah, you can see it's kind of like a little beat up box, lots of little scrapped together pieces, and then we've got the little LED screens to market. Next, we've got another box over here, and this one is the Cobalt Storage box. And yeah, it's basically just themed after all the Cobalt. It has this kind of nice clean look to it, but it also has kind of like a flat paint to it, which makes it kind of unique from a lot of other boxes that are more glossy. Definitely a nice little addition using Rust's lore. Then over here, we've got something kind of crazy, and this is the Videodrome weapon box. And yeah, it actually kind of looks like an old video screen going on at night. So we'll be sure to check that out. Unfortunately, during the day, it's kind of very blurry. Moving on, we've got some doors for you. Starting out with this one right here, which is this beautiful mosaic. And this is the Fire Guardian sheet metal doors by Vase. And yeah, you got this Fire Guardian guy up top, and AK, definitely very beautiful artwork on it. There's even the Rust sword right there, the salvage sword. And yeah, just lots of nice details. Next, we've got another door for you. This one is the Explosive Pepper, I guess. There you go, Explosive Pepper. And oh, well, that's because this guy is a pepper. I see it now. Okay, so there you go, Explosive Pepper door. And this one does have a kind of cool neon-y glow to it. Definitely be sure to show that here shortly at night. Next over here, we've got something a little more on the graffiti alleyway, and this is the Squid Next Door. And while looking for it, you might not want a squid next door. It seems to like to collect human skulls. Next over here, we got a sticker door for you. This is the stickers door. And yeah, the whole thing's kind of funny. Now, the Baja, that's backwards. So that's the kind of thing that usually bothers Help quite a bit. So that might be an issue. But one way or another, definitely a cool idea of a door. But creepy. Moving on, we've got a very busy door for you. This is the Road Signs door by Zinc, and everything is put together by all sorts of glowing neon road signs. So again, definitely one that's cool to look at during night, and it even has a little pet door with apparently a warning light above it. Next, we've got a very spooky double door for you. This one you could pretty much just set up and, I don't know, start a secret society or something. This is the Reaper Camp door. And yeah, it's definitely very badass looking. Love the wood paneling in between. Just altogether very, very beautiful door. And last but not least, we've got a shooting range door for you. This is the Neon Shooter Garage door, and it actually has glow. So let's go ahead and kill those lights and start checking out the glow of everything here. Or, you know, oh, there it goes. Look at that. Beautiful. But it also could be a giant target showing people exactly where to rock it. So, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword there. But a very beautiful looking door at night. Let's cruise on down here. So there is this one. Your pet will never not know where to go. Cruising along over here, you've got some glow on the graffiti, and all of a sudden you start seeing a lot of extra eyeballs. There's the pepper. And then look at that. Beautiful the way the mosaic lights up. And then over here is this. So you can see it kind of looks like an old monitor kind of in a way. But yeah, it's just really kind of tough. But from further away, there you go. You can really see on the top one. The side one is just a little bit difficult there. Moving along, we've got the little LEDs on the side of this little med box. The back doesn't have anything. It's just the front side, two sides, and the top. Two little sides, I should say. Then we've got the sulfur furnace, which is a very, very bright. It does have a glow all around the top, which is kind of nice there. And we do have a little bit of a lava glow on that pixel bag to match the rest of the set. Definitely very cool, especially how the lava goes all the way inside. Alright, let's jump into those tools and weapons, and starting off, we actually only have weapons for you this week. So it's going to be a bow, and this is a very rainbowy bow. It comes in two different versions. There is a all blue version, but this is the rain bow. Maha. Oh, you gotta love that name. One way or another, the joke's about on line with my jokes, or in line with my jokes, I should say. So, yep. Next, we've got a crossbow for you, and it is a continuation of Milo's space set. And yeah, there's one very vibrant, bright, shiny colors kind of thing going on. We'll go ahead and pop a reload there for you. And there it is. Next, we've got an Eoka for you, and this one is, well, a 3D printed one. It comes in two different versions. There's an all black one, and then there's a sweet colored one, so I decided to go and show you guys the colored one. But they both look very, very cool, and even just the plain kind of like 3D printed material, default black color looks quite neat. So, there you go. What? I hit something? Okay, it was a barrel. I was like, there's no way I hit something alive. That was funny, though. Next, we've got a couple of saps for you, starting out with this one right here. This is the Occult Sap by Raven, and yeah, it comes in a glow version as well as a different color, but the other color is so close to the From Hell set that I really only included this green one because the green is what made it so unique. The orangey red has kind of been done so many times before, you know what I mean? So, aiming down the sights here, you do have a big glowing eye. It's not on the sights itself, but right below, so that could be maybe distracting at night. I do, however, doubt that Helk would probably put in a glowing version anyways. Next, we've got another sap for you, and this one is obviously a Croco. Look at it, it's got teeth and everything. This is the Souvenir Croc sap, and yeah, I just love it. Kind of has like a golden bling kind of look to it. And then you've got the croc eye and teeth to kind of finish it off there. Aiming down the sights, you've got some kind of goldy, kind of shiny scales and a red tip to the sights. Last in this group, we've got a star for you, and this one is a continuation of the Shimmering set, so of course is therefore the Shimmering Star. And yeah, it's a beautiful addition to the set. It always has that kind of clean but cobbled together look to it, and that nice shine is always something that people tend to go for. Next, we've got a continuation in the toy set with the Toy Tommy. So there you go, Toy Thompson, exactly as you would expect. I love that huge battery right there for the clip. That's just great. And yeah, all those bright colors you have grown to love and know. Aiming down the sights, you've got red versus yellow. And let's go ahead and throw a new battery in there. Next, we got an MP5 for you. And yeah, this one is going with the Arctic theme. This is the Arctic Scout MP5 by Kensby. Excuse me. And yeah, in case you don't know what to do, you've got the kill or run modes there. And a nice red sprayed painted tip for you to help you focus on it, or whatever it may be. Pig! Ah, wow, that was just sad, guys. Anyways, next we've got an AK, and this one is kind of trippy looking. It's got all sorts of scribbles and so forth. This is the Poison Dart AK, and you could definitely see you might be seeing some of these bright, shiny tribal patterns if you do get shot with a Poison Dart. Aiming down the sights, you've got some more symbols and a very neon green sight, but not glowing. There's that reload. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this one is all scrapped together. This is the Scrap Lord AK, and yeah, well, it kind of lives up to that name. It really does look like just all sorts of pieces of scrap metal are like bolted onto the side of this thing. There's even a face with teeth in it right there. Aiming down the sights, here is the face again, and some red dots to help you focus on in to those headshots. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this one has some beautiful artwork on the side of it. This is the Spartan AK, and yeah, you can just see this beautiful Spartan artwork on the side. It's got these gold, like plating on the top of it there. Aiming down the sides, you've got the Spartan and two crossed swords, and you've got some gold and red tipped sights there to go along with it. Definitely a very beautiful AK. Last in this group, we've got an LR for you, and this one is themed after the Cobalt stuff, and is therefore called the Space Ops LR. And yeah, it's just got that white and blue coloring going on, and it has that nice kind of flat color to it, which is again quite different. Flat and clean, actually, I should say. And then aiming down the sides here, you've got a blue versus white, and that atomic symbol. Next, we've got a very bright LR for you. Look at this thing. Shield your eyes if you hit the sun the wrong way. This is the Void LR300 by Keck, and man, this thing is silver. And man, I love the kind of metallic silvery blue going on as well, which you can see really well here on the site with just a few of the details. Definitely something very, very bright and quite unique. Then we've got one more LR for you here, and it is the Comics LR, and you've got a rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat going on. Gotta love that. And then, of course, you've got your little smiley guy. He's hanging out on the sights. There's always a smiley face somewhere on this set. And we'll do that reload. Next, we've got an L96 for you, and this one is all sorts of frosty. It actually comes in two different versions. This is the Arctic Warrior L9 by Duck, and there's the with snow and without snow. So this is the with snow version. You can see there's all sorts of little frosty snow hanging out on the top of it, and I just think that's a nice effect. But if you know, people prefer a cleaner version, there is that, so to say. And there you have it. Next, we've got one more L96 for you, and this one is part of an old set, the Sunken Treasure set from Kosum. And yeah, there you go, guys. It looks like he is going to be bringing it back, and with a big old fancy L9 this time. So that looks like it is it, guys. Sound off down in the comment section below which ones you hope to see make it in this week and more, or next week I should say. And well, no, this week I'm all out of it, guys. I don't know what day it is. It has been a blur of a couple weeks for me, one way or another. Thanks for watching. Appreciate every one of you, and you stay rusty out there. Have a great wipe.